The market was never meant for normal people. It does not reward the way you think. It does not reward how you were raised. It does not reward effort in the way your work does. In fact, the very habits that make you a reliable, sensible, respectable man in everyday life will quietly ruin you in trading. That is the trouble. And it is not on the chart, it is in you. A normal man cannot make money in trading for one simple reason. Trading demands behavior that is completely unnatural. It asks you to act against your instincts, against your emotions, against everything you have practiced your entire life. Now be honest with yourself for a moment. When a trade starts going against you, what do you actually feel? Not what you think you should feel, but what you really feel. You feel hope. You feel resistance. You feel the urge to wait just a little longer. And when a trade goes in your favor, what happens then? You feel relief. You rush to secure it. You tell yourself it is better to take something than risk losing it. That right there is the entire tragedy of the normal trader. The normal man hates pain, so he avoids taking losses. He holds on, tells himself stories, looks for reasons to stay in. He calls it patience, but it is not patience. It is fear wearing a disguise. At the same time, he fears losing what he has gained. So when he is finally right, even for a moment, he closes the trade too early. He locks in small profits and walks away feeling clever. He is doing exactly the opposite of what must be done. And I will tell you plainly, this one habit has cost more men their fortunes than any market crash ever did. There is another weakness, and it is just as dangerous: the need to be right. In life, being right is rewarded. You build a reputation on it, you gain respect from it. But in the market, being right is meaningless. The only thing that matters is whether you make money. I have seen men destroy themselves trying to prove a point to the tape. They argue with price as if it were a stubborn opponent. They add to losing trades just to avoid admitting they were wrong. I have done it myself. After one of my early successes, I began to believe I had a special understanding. I trusted my opinions more than the market's message, and the market corrected me. Not gently, but thoroughly. It took back everything I had made, and it taught me a lesson I did not soon forget. Now let me ask you something you may not have considered. Why do you feel uncomfortable when you are not in a trade? Think about that. The normal man is trained to be busy, work, act, produce. Sitting still feels like wasting time. So when he comes to the market, he carries that same habit with him. He trades because he feels he should be doing something. He opens positions after long days when his mind is tired. He chases movement because it looks like opportunity. He jumps into trades he does not fully understand, simply to avoid the discomfort of doing nothing. But the truth is, most of the money in speculation is made by doing very little. Waiting is the real work, and that is something the normal man cannot tolerate for long. Now consider the expectations you brought with you when you started. You wanted freedom. You wanted to escape the routine. You believed, perhaps quietly, that this could happen faster than anything else you had tried. A few good trades, a steady system, some discipline. It sounds reasonable, but the market does not operate on your timeline. It does not reward enthusiasm. It demands experience, observation, and a complete reshaping of how you think and act. And that takes time. Years, in most cases. Here is a question worth asking. If the answer were simply a good strategy, why do so many fail? Because they are looking in the wrong place. They chase indicators. They follow signals. They copy other men's ideas. And even if they stumble upon something that works, they cannot follow it consistently. When pressure comes, they abandon it. They return to instinct. And instinct is exactly what betrays them. Let me tell you about the patterns I have seen over and over again. There is the man who wins early. A few trades go his way, and suddenly he believes he has figured it out. His confidence grows faster than his understanding. He increases his size. He takes trades he would not have touched before. Then the market humbles him. I have lived through that myself. The worst losses often come right after the greatest confidence. Then there is the man who cannot take a loss. He watches a small mistake grow into something much larger. He delays the decision, hoping the market will rescue him. It rarely does. I once held a position far beyond reason, not because I believed in it, but because I could not bring myself to close it. That hesitation cost me more than the original mistake ever could. There is also the man who depends on others. In my day, it was tips passed quietly between brokers. Today it comes in different forms, but the principle is the same. He never develops his own judgment. He borrows conviction, and when the trade turns, that borrowed conviction disappears, leaving him exposed and uncertain. Another common failing is size. The normal trader risks too much, not because he calculates poorly, but because he wants more, faster. His positions are large enough to disturb his thinking. Every small movement feels significant. Every fluctuation feels personal. He cannot remain calm, and without calm, he cannot make sound decisions. And then there is the inability to stay out of the market. This one is everywhere. Men feel uncomfortable holding cash. They feel as though they are missing something, as though opportunity is slipping away. But the truth is, the market does not reward constant participation. It rewards selectivity. Cash is not wasted time. It is preserved opportunity. Now here is the point most men never accept. These behaviors are not flaws in the usual sense. They are normal. You are not broken when you act this way. You are simply untrained for this environment. So if normal behavior leads to loss, what must replace it? Let me put it plainly. The successful trader behaves in ways that feel unnatural. He cuts losses quickly, even when it hurts. He allows profits to grow, even when it makes him uneasy. He sits still when there is nothing to do, even when others are rushing in and out of positions. He trades small when uncertain, and only increases size when conditions are clear. He does not seek excitement. In fact, he avoids it. That kind of behavior does not come easily. It must be built slowly and deliberately, and it comes at a cost. You will feel out of place. You will watch others celebrate moves you chose to ignore. You will sit in cash while the market moves without you. You will question yourself. I have paid that price many times. I have made fortunes and lost them. Not because the market changed, but because I returned again and again to normal thinking. Each time, the lesson was the same. The market does not forgive comfort. Now I am going to give you something practical, and I want you to take it seriously. Reduce your size, more than you think necessary. Trade small enough that you can remain calm no matter what happens. Take losses quickly. Do not debate them. Do not explain them. Accept them and move on. Set a limit on your behavior. If you take several losses in a row, stop trading. Not later, immediately. Write down your trades, not just the numbers, but your thoughts and your emotions. You will begin to see patterns, and those patterns will tell you more about your trading than any chart ever could. And trade less, much less. Wait for conditions that are clear. If you are unsure, you should not be in the market at all. Now here is where most men fail. They hear these rules, they agree with them, and then, when the moment comes, they ignore them. They make exceptions, they trust their feelings, and those small decisions lead them right back to where they started. So the question is not whether you understand what I am saying. The question is whether you will act on it when it feels uncomfortable, because that is the only time it matters. Most people will not. They will remain as they are. They will trade the same way, feel the same emotions, make the same mistakes, and the market will continue to take their money, one decision at a time. But there are always a few who choose differently. They learn to control themselves. They become patient, they become disciplined, they become, in a sense, separate from the crowd. If you wish to be one of them, then remember this. The market has no interest in your hopes. It has no respect for your effort. It only responds to behavior. And in the end, it is not the smartest man who survives, nor the boldest. It is the one who can do what is hardest when it matters most and do it without hesitation.